Scariest videos ever caught on dashcam. Dashcams can be incredibly useful, but they sometimes capture terrifying things. From unexplained creatures caught on camera to the scariest people you don't want to see next time you drive. First, we have to look at this video with a very scary backstory. A driver caught this video in 2017 in Malaysia. Two friends are driving up a winding road, but that's when they see something that makes them stop in their tracks. A figure wearing all white can be seen sitting in the middle of the road. The two men are very scared and begin to reverse away, not taking their chances driving closer to whatever this is.
Okay, that's a bit scary.
Yeah.
That's a bit scary.
That is very scary.
But why is this person sitting in the middle of the road? Some believe this person is participating in a common scam in Malaysia. Someone sits in the road pretending to be a lost child. The driver then gets out to help the child. But when the driver leaves their vehicle, another scammer nearby jumps into the car and drives away. Others say whatever this figure is could be someone who's possessed or even a ghost. But as these two men drove away, I guess we'll never know what this person was truly doing. Although I do want to know the truth, I'm glad these guys drove away as it maybe saved their lives. Next, let's look at this very scary dashcam video from Russia. In 2017, a grandmother was driving down a rural road. That's when she sees a van blocking the road ahead of her. At first, she simply assumes the car's broken down. But here's where things get scary. Two men start approaching the Russian grandmother's car with baseball bats. And it becomes clear this is a robbery. They hadn't broken down at all. Instead, their parked van was an intentional roadblock. The men with the baseball bats try to intimidate the old woman from driving away. The men go round to the side of her car to try and open the door. That's when she sees her opportunity and accelerates. She speeds away and thankfully escapes the robbers. But this is still one very chilling video. And it's disturbing people would do this to an elderly woman.
Before we go further, kindly use this moment to support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel and turn on post notification. You should also like or follow us on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram through the links in the description or via the handles we inscribed in the images. Don't forget to also like this video, comment on it, and also share with your friends and families to keep them entertained as well. We really appreciate your support.
Next, I have to show you this desert witch. In 2013, there was a spike in reports of black magic and witchcraft in Kuwait. And that's when this dashcam video surfaced. It was taken in the Al Mutla desert in Kuwait. A man driving in the desert at night sees a woman dressed in all white hunched over. She has long black hair and is walking towards the driver's car. There's no one else on the road at night, making this even more scary. The man is very scared, so revs his engine and shouts at the woman. But this mysterious woman is totally unfazed. The driver then yells at her to leave him alone, but the woman only moves closer. Eventually, the man screams in fear. He then backs his car away down the road and drives away, leaving this mysterious woman in the pitch-black desert. To this day, what this woman was doing and what she is still up for debate, with some saying she's an escaped mental asylum patient and others saying she's a real-life witch. Now I have to show you this very scary hooded man. One day in Peterborough, Australia, a man was driving down a highway at 1 AM. The road was very quiet. That's until a mysterious hooded man steps in front of the driver. The driver attempts to go around the hooded man, but that's when the hooded man lets out a scream and lunges towards the car. The man sort of sounds like a dog barking, causing the terrified driver to accelerate down the highway. To make things even scarier, the driver's wife was traveling behind him in a separate car. So the driver frantically tried to call his wife to warn her about the man. But unfortunately, he wasn't quick enough and his wife experienced the same thing. Thankfully, they both drove away unscathed. But to this day, the hooded man's motivations have not been explained. But the man was likely trying to do one of three things: rob them, steal their car, or harm them in some other way. Now we have to look at this terrifying video of masked criminals. This dashcam video comes from Indianapolis, USA. A woman was inside a parked vehicle. That's when she sees someone in a mask walking by. At first, the woman in the car thinks it's a joke and begins laughing. But those laughs soon turned to screams. That's because the man in this mask attempts to steal from the woman. After some time, they rob this woman's purse and her cell phone. But thankfully, the woman was okay. It's scary to get robbed by anyone, but it's even more terrifying when they're wearing a mask like this. Now, we have to look at this very scary cop dash cam video. One night, Officer Malik of the Azusa Police Department in California was driving down a road. At 3:30 a.m., he came across a woman standing in the middle of the road. The girl is facing down with her arms crossed, and in front of her is a small fire. At first, she seems unconcerned by the police car, but then suddenly she throws her head back and puts her arms out to her side. Her face then appears to light up, with the light maybe coming from her mouth or eyes. It seems like she's possessed by something, and the small fire around her looks like occult activity. Some have said she may have been practicing witchcraft or black magic. I can't imagine what Officer Malik was thinking when he saw this. The girl was apparently arrested, but later released. Moving along, let's look at this real-life zombie caught on dashcam. One day, a woman named Alyssa Cross was driving down a street in 2016. That's when she saw what she thought was a real-life zombie. The woman is dragging her legs and feet, and her arms are moving in a strange way. It looks like a scene from The Walking Dead. Alyssa tried to speak to the woman and ask if she needed any help, but the zombie woman just began shouting, so Alyssa drove away. To this day, no one's sure why this woman was walking around like a zombie. Some speculate she may have ingested some kind of substance, while others say this is a zombie come to life. Finally, let's look at this locust swarm caught on dashcam. If you have a fear of bugs, don't watch this. This footage was captured by a trucker in Russia. He was driving down a highway when all of a sudden a swarm of locusts appears from nowhere. These swarms can contain around 200 million locusts. It only took 4 seconds for these to totally cover the truck, and these can also be quite dangerous, hindering a driver's visibility. It's safe to say dash cams are very useful, but they're also proof that roads and highways can be very scary places.